Hello, Project Wargaming here with a update or a quarantine game, I guess, of Fire and Fury. So, we are a friend of mine and I are about ready to get started on this, and just wanted to show you the setup. So it's a smaller board. He's fairly new to the game, so I wanted to keep it pretty small. I think he's going to be the Confederates because they are a little bit stronger in this scenario. They have 5 brigades along with 3 batteries, and then, of course, since it's just one division, it's going to he's going to have 1 leader. So on the Union side over here, we got 1 corps that has 2 divisions. So each division has 3 brigades and 3 batteries each. And same thing over here. Confederates are definitely stronger as far as troop size and brigade size go. Well, I guess troop strength, not troop size. So they are also going to be defending. So I think I'm going to probably end up playing the Union side just because I think this is going to be a tougher game for them to play around with. I will probably try to soften them up with some of my artillery, but when I rolled this game, the artillery actually came out with a lot of Napoleons, so I don't think I'll have quite the range that I would if I had a lot of light rifles that you typically see on the Union side. So this is the game. The little white tokens that you see out there are kind of victory points or victory spots, and we might change that up. But yeah, plan is to give you an update kind of turn by turn and go from there. All right, here we are. So we're about ready to start. So the basic setup of the game is that the Confederates are going to have a full move on along those road sections there. So they don't have to stay on the road, but that is where they're going to be moving in on. And then mine are these 2 road sections down here. Everything is open ground except for the fields and the woods, and those are considered broken. There's only one piece of rough territory, and that is this woods right here. So that's a very steep hill, and it's wooded, so that is considered rough. Our goal is to capture as many of these white things here, and those will be worth 5 points. And then the other points will also be the number of stands we lose. So each stand is going to be worth 1 point. Cannons are going to be worth 5, and officers are going to be worth 5 as well. So that's how we're going to count up the points and go from there. So my friend Doug is going to figure out what he's going to do, move on, and then we'll play the first turn, and then I'll give you an update after that. All right, here we are at the end of turn 2, or I'm sorry, turn 1, really. The Confederates had 2 full moves, basically, to begin with. So they had a move, and then they had another move to begin, and then I had my first turn. So as you can see, they've kind of piled up here in the middle, been pretty aggressive. I already grabbed 2 of those victory spots there. My 2 corps, 1 corps is coming in over here on this road, and then I have another corps here in the middle. Well, on this side, I guess. That is going to be this flank. And then you can also see that there was a little bit of fire from his cannons over here on the top of the hill there against my my front unit there, and was able to disorder them. So that is where we're at to begin turn 1. All right, turn 2. At the end of turn 2, you can see the battle lines are kind of starting to be drawn up here. He continued to press in the center and really push forward there. He got his cannons set up so that he could do some damage to me. The one here in the center fired at this unit but wasn't able to do anything. However, this unit over here took a big hit from those 2 cannon over on that hill, and withering fire, so I lost 2 troop stands, and of course they're disordered as well. So these guys who got disordered last round, I rolled well enough to at least get them into deployed line. So, and then all of his troops are basically deployed. He's got one unit in the back here that still has yet to deploy. Oh, and that one there. So, but yeah, so he is definitely taking a lead for sure. He's got 15 points, 17 points to my 10. So, turn 3 coming up. All right, end of turn 3, and we have some updates here. So definitely a lot of cannon going on. So his cannons have been doing a job on this unit here, but I Withering Fire 2 turns in a row. I took 4 stands total from those guys, so they're already spent, but I got a 10 when I rolled my rally, so that turned out pretty well, but they're basically useless for the rest of the game. He was able to put a little bit of damage on there to that unit again, disordered them, and lost a stand. However, my little racks of cannons here were able to do some Withering Fire on this unit, and then I actually silenced that cannon up there, so he will have to move that back if he wants to get it activated again. But cannon has been playing a pretty huge role so far. So as it stands, he's got 5 stands, and he's got 2 stands, and so what? I have 10, 12 points to his 20 points. So I'm a little behind yet. All right, here we are at the end of turn 4. So again, very much just a cannon battle at this point. Disordered one of my units, but his offensive fire wasn't able to do anything. He got a bad roll. I withered away this unit here, so now they're actually spent, which is a good thing, and disordered. My second shot in offensive fire wasn't that great against him. Just disordered him again. So that's really about it for this turn. Just slowly setting up my line of battle here, trying to get everything ready for maybe a big push, maybe not. Maybe he'll just decide to surrender. So, all right, here we are at the end of turn 5. So again, some pretty much cannons doing the damage. However, we did get some actual infantry firing. As you can see, this unit here rolled really well, got a 10, so that's why they're low on ammo, but made them disappear. He reformed his Louisiana Tigers up there to do it, and as you can see, his other cannon has disappeared because I rolled, again, extremely well and actually wrecked his brigade, or wrecked his battery from this cluster over here. So over here, starting to get up there kind of on his flank, and his lines are starting to get a little bit slimmer. So point-wise, I have 6 casualties over here to his now 2, 4, 6, 7, and then that battery. So as it stands now, he's got 10 on the board plus 6. I have 15 on the board plus 22 goes up to 31. So 31. So definitely flipped this turn. So we'll see what happens. All right, here we are back with the end of turn 6. So lots of infantry action going on here. He actually disordered and really put a hurting on this unit, who fell back and retreated. The unit here moved up into the forest, but they're going against guys behind stone wall, so that is going to be pretty tough. I've been disordered there. He is disordered and low in ammo there, and I am disordered and low in ammo in the center. I've done a little bit of hurt on that unit there, and he's still got his cannons up there pounding away. So slowly withering ourselves away. We are tied for points on the board. He's got 10, I got 10. However, he's got 9 victory conditions for stands destroyed, so he's up to 19. I, however, have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. So I'm up by, looks like 6. So that's where we're at. Turn 7 now. All right, so here we are at the end of turn 7. So really still fighting it out. We had a big kind of brawl over here in the woods. He decided to charge me. I wasn't able to check the charge, and he actually drove into me, and he won. So I lost a stand there. We've lost a lot of stands. This unit over here routed again, so they're just done. I lost a stand here, lost a stand there. He lost a stand kind of everywhere. But as far as the points go, he is actually up by 1 point at the moment because of the loss of, I lost probably 7 or 8 stands of infantry that turn. So definitely caught up there. So that's it. All right, end of turn 7, and we're calling it. So he technically has a victory. He has 35 victory points to my 34. What killed it for me actually was this over here. I tried to charge and with a green unit and got up there, but his cannons were still able to somehow repulse an entire brigade. But you know, it's 2 full batteries of cannons, so whatever. It's not like it's an insignificant amount of people. Yeah, we're just chewing each other up. We've taken tons of casualties. I think we're probably about 50% casualties at this point, so way farther than they would have really done in actual battles. So yeah, we're calling it. That's it. That's the quarantine game. So it was fun while it lasted. Talk to you later.